Hey guys, we're back in Joesnowmobiles garage. Thanks for watching my channel. You're now on episode number 5 on how to replace the crank seal on this 1984 Yamaha G1 golf cart. I've got the new crank seal in. If you remember from the last episode, I kind of screwed up putting in the new one. So $13 later and the new crank seal, we're going to try to give it a go. Hopefully get it in correctly this time. So if you stay tuned and watch, hopefully this episode will be either the last or maybe the second to the last in this series, and you'll be able to get your golf cart engine, like mine, running really good. Alright guys, so we're back, and I've got the new seal here, and as you can see, put some oil in it. What I'm going to do is just go ahead and work that around inside and out. Okay, so I've got it cleaned up a little bit, and then go ahead and slide it over. And again, we're just gonna be super careful this time to try to watch every single spot. I mean, I realize you don't want it to just slip right in, because that could cause it to just come right out if it's too loose. So what I'm going to do is going to lightly tap it, just ever so slightly, with the block of wood, while kind of keeping an eye on it. See if anything happens here. Looks like it's starting to go. Definitely going in. So far, so good. A little bit right here. It's nearly in. My main advice to you would be go carefully. Put that bottom piece in first, because it's more difficult to see if it's going in straight, and then just gently work your way around. Just work your way around with that block of wood and that plastic mallet. I'm using the plastic mallet and the block of wood. I'm really happy. I'm really happy how this turned out. Alright, so next we're going to go ahead and put the oil pump back on. There's a pin right here. That's got to go in that hole right there. And you may need to, may or may not, and there's actually another pin up here. Let me actually see if I can show you that. There's a separate, another pin up here. It's got to go in that hole. I'm just going to gently tap it. Alright, so I'm going to go get my screws, put those back in. the short one. Here it is. It's gonna go, I can move my light here. It's gonna go right back in here. You'll need a shorter Phillips to tighten that down. Okay, then we have this 12mm bolt that's going to go right there. And you're going to have a 10mm that's going to go right here. Another 10mm that's going to go down here. And one last 10mm that's going to go way at the bottom. I'm going to get my ratchet and we'll tighten those up. Just make sure you don't over tighten them because you're going into aluminum. You definitely don't want to strip it out. The ones I'm doing right now are all 10mm. Okay, now we're going to switch it. So this one on the top, it's a 12mm. Alright, next what you need to do is put your clutch back on. Alright, so now we're going to put the first part of the clutch back on. And it's just going to go right over top of that shaft, just like that. And make sure it fits down in there snug. And you can see now that it is actually turning. Alright, then your next piece, okay, your next piece is going to be this piece here. There's a bearing in it. It's an NTN 6906LU. So just make sure this bearing is still good before you reinstall it. And that's going to slide right over that. Alright, next you have your spring, and that's going to go inside. Spring is actually going to go inside that bearing holder. And then you're going to slip the next part of your clutch on here. Slip that over top. Alright, now once you get that on there, then you have this small, well, it's not a small circlip, it's a big circlip. Anyways, that's got to go over far enough, so you got to make sure you push the spring back in far enough. And unfortunately, all I have is this really cheesy pair of circlip spreaders. Go ahead and slide that over top if you can. Use your other hand if you have to. Snap that into place. There we go. Holding it from coming off. Whoops. Actually, you probably could have reassembled that off of the machine, but I'm not quite so sure. So let's just do it that way. Then you have your weights, everything that goes over the top of this. And you want to make sure that you line up. I know on some Yamaha clutches, and I hope I'm telling you how to do this right, there used to be an S or an X on the inside of this assembly, and that would tell you what spot you needed to reassemble it. I couldn't find that on this clutch, and this is not like a super high performance clutch, so I doubt it really even matters. But make sure you line up these slides here with these little, I guess you call them tabs.